Hello everyone, welcome to the stream, nice to see you here. Or I should say, my name is Chris, aka the Philosopher's Games, or TPhGames as my little games channel is called, and today we look into a game called Cyberpunk 2077, because, from my perspective, not today, but from my perspective, yesterday, a new patch for Cyberpunk came out. Patch 2.0, which is a very big update and changes a lot of things in the game. And I would like to look into some of those. I already did some research before and also played through the Resident Evil 4 Remake DLC separate ways. Also fantastic DLC, I have to admit. So quite a busy day. And yeah, I'm a bit late as always because I streamed to the wrong channel. And that might wonder people now on the other channel. But that is the thing I have to look into later. The most important part is that stuff is working here right now on this channel. And I hope everything is set up kind of correctly. Only the streaming title is completely wrong. Didn't I change the streaming title? Of course not. Cyberpunk 2017 2.0 update should be the title, not the Gamescom stream that was last time. I forgot to change the title. It happens. But yeah, enough talking, enough rambling around. Let us look into the game. The first thing I want to demonstrate here is if you, like me, have installed 2.5 billion mods for Cyberpunk, then you might find yourself in the problematic position that the game might crash. And at start, there's a way, I can even demonstrate this, I think. I showed this on the Twitch stream already previously. Let me just enable this and then I can potentially show this. So if you, for example, have Vortex installed and you do all your stuff over Vortex like this here and deactivate all the mods you have, except for these two because they still work. I can show this. And you start the game using Vortex, then it will just crash on startup, as we will see hopefully in a moment. Maybe not, then it would be unfortunate because that's kind of part of the demonstration. So yeah, you see here it stops, game crashes. Oh no, something went wrong. What you need to do to fix this problem, if you have mods installed, or what could be the problem, especially if you're used to starting the game over Vortex, is if you go into Steam, you can't, I think without setting up some parameters differently, you can't start Cyberpunk 2077 over Vortex right now. It also says, please note that your mods might not work after 2.0 update and cause a crash. Turn off the mods and Red Launcher until they are updated to enjoy the game. Further, I might add, also install, if you have an Nvidia card, install your new graphics drivers. Unfortunately not crashing. Yeah, that would be unfortunate for the demonstration's sake here. So yeah, this here, if this is enabled mods, and you click on play, the game will also crash. Same effect as before. The only way to circumvent this, you have to start the game using Steam. Of course, it's not. Now it's working again. You have to start over Steam. Disable the mods here in the setting if you have this enabled, then click start, and then the game will also definitely work. Everything in the window will change stuff here in a moment, but that does not have to be any of your concerns. So this is now how it should look. As you see, we did not have the intro here at the start of the game. Maybe I can also demonstrate this. There are some mods that are still working. The mods that are still working currently in the game are, for example, the Enable Ray Tracing Player Reflections is still working. And also the No Intros mod is working, which I've also potentially linked later here in the description. So, check my mod showcase or mod tutorial video, whatever. Oh, it would not work. I have to start it here. If I deactivate this here now, just do it with a screen capture really quick. If you deactivate this stuff and click on this, it's not full screen right now for reasons. You see, oh, the sound is happening, red engine, oh, Nvidia, all the people here, hints. You see, it just takes longer now to start. It's just a very small thing, but if you try out stuff a lot. Now this intro here comes, you have to hold down spacebar to skip it. Then you have to skip this here. And then finally, in the main menu. Here it says 2.0, the 2.0 update. Now, same with this here deactivated. And you will see it will be much, much faster now with the other mod activated. Probably I should have changed the resolution to full screens to not annoy people too much. But yeah. And we are there already. To see the difference, this mod is definitely working, which is pretty fantastic. Very, very useful thing to have. Okay, so let me change graphics settings to... Let me see how it even will work with this here. Yeah, just leave it like this for the time being. It's not that big of a problem for me. Okay, so you see it now in full screen. That is the most important part. Intro skipping mods are really quite useful, being just a little thing. Yeah, it's true. It's like very useful, especially if you mod a lot. You have to restart the game consistently. You save so much lifetime having those. So let's go into the game and see what this has to offer. As you can see now, my mod stuff is not working. If I press the button for it, nothing opens. Only the Enable Ray Tracing Reflection mod is... I can also show you that the reflection, Ray Tracing Reflection mod is working. Here I have a save game prepared to demonstrate this. You have to hear this sentence a lot. Yeah, we heard about it. And here already stuff starts, like we had some tutorials. And you see my headless character here in the mirror. It's headless because the head is not rendered. And that's a limitation of this mod. Then Victor calls you and you can answer his call.
Some news trickled down the Ripper grapevine. Thought it might interest you.
Cut the foreplay, Vix. Pill.
Well, some in-plant soft updates just hit the streets. Completely fresh batch. Useful as hell, Ripper say. Dropped a dime to you first, because, well, I'm rooting for you, kid. I'd love to see you get ahead of the pack.
So he talks about cyberware upgrades that he has. We can just ask him what's in that.
You know, system streamlining, new subroutines, expanded user settings. You'll need to see.
Tip. Thanks, Vic. Now, how might one nab this Wonder update?
From just about every Ripper dock in town, actually. So, not that much wonder at all, I'm afraid.
No, you can hook me up too.
Can indeed. As soon as you settle the tab you've run up.
With this you get like a new quest with every character basically. And yeah, if we go into the journal, this is like a very new character here. It's very early in the game. Upgrade you, it's called a fancy new update for your cyberware. Yeah, you have to go to a Ripper dock and then you get some updates there because it has to do with they changed all the like a lot of systems in the game. If we go to the character menu screen here, you will see that things look completely different now compared to how they looked before. You can reset your attributes and your skill progression now. You have this was not there before. Very interesting to see what you can get from all of this stuff. And this, like I said, this is my very early on character. I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible here in this little showcase and testing out things. And yeah, we have, I think, ray tracing on ultimate. Kind of. I have some custom settings for my system and streaming at the same time to have this right. I at least think that is the case. This is stable 60 FPS, which looks pretty smooth. Now, what I have deactivated is this feature here, DLSS ray reconstruction. I hope that the graphics card update is doing the trick. And further, I also hope what happens if I put this to path tracing. You see now, this is now not grayed out anymore. If I now activate it, frame rate drops for a moment, should normalize. Yeah, it's now around about 50, 40, 50, something like this. Is path tracing now. And that was an interesting little glitch. We have to find good places for this to actually, for enough demonstration. I think there's a little puddle here that has really good reflection stuff. And you often see in these puddles that the quality, I think, of the reflection is not that great. And as far as I understand it, if you activate this feature, and you need your graphics card update for it, yeah, now it works, DLSS ray reconstruction. This is like a new advanced denoiser or whatever that allows, basically also uses these deep learning stuff to get better results. And oh yes, you see the difference. Do you see how crisp this suddenly is? Now you see the details. You can literally read what is written on there. That's how sharp it is. You lose a few frames, but I think the DLSS looks much better. This is the first time I'm seeing it myself. Yeah, it looks much better. They definitely improved the visual quality of that. I can only play this here with path tracing at 1440p, so it's upscaled to 4K. I only stream at 1440p anyway, so it's not upscaled. But I have a 4-screen monitor, so there's that. But you definitely see there's more detail in these little puddles here now. All of a sudden, looks really good. Pretty nice. But yeah, that's one of the differences, is definitely that in these little puddles you can now, for example, in the reflections, they are much more crisp. Like, you can read this. Let me, just for demonstration's sake, turn this off again and look at the reflection. You see how blurry it suddenly becomes? You can't fully read it. It's there and you know it is shield and it's correctly reflected, but it's not as crisp. It's not as sharp in these very high reflective surfaces. And you lose a lot of detail in it. And with this thing here, like, it's very impressive. And this works on all cards. Like, you do here, this DLSS frame generation is the DLSS 3 feature, and this only works on 40 series cards. The super resolution is a DLSS 1, DLSS 2 feature, works on all, like 20, 30 and 40 series cards. This here also works on all cards, 20, 30 and 40. And ray reconstruction, same. Is also available for 20, 30 and 40 series cards, so that's pretty cool. There's also somewhere reflex, I'm not sure if it's here. But yeah, you see now the difference. Suddenly you can actually read that's much sharper. Very impressive tech. Like, this has a lot to do with, like, optimizing the denoiser, getting some of the stuff. Yeah, look how crisp, at least when you get closer. I think there's some limitations when you're far away or so, but you definitely notice when you get closer how sharp this lantern, or how well the lantern is reflected here on the ground. That's pretty impressive tech, I have to say. Yeah, the quality, because I can stream here at a higher resolution than on Twitch. On Twitch I have to stream at 1080, even though I stream only at 30 FPS on Twitch. Here I can stream at 1440p 60, so yeah, you have potentially better quality here streaming wise. But man, this looks good. Really, really impressive tech. Currently have 51 FPS. Okay, now 46, but something like that in the ballpark. Of course, I have to put DLSS super resolution to performance mode. We could maybe put it to ultra performance to get steady 60 FPS with path tracing on a 3080 in my computer. So in case you wonder what specs I have. But you see now the artifacts getting stronger. You see now it's a little bit blurry, not as consistent and so on. You can still read it though. But here in the distance you see these artifacts now on the ground when the rain is hitting it. This was not the case on performance. Like, performance is still pretty decent. You still see these artifacts at times, but they get a bit less. Also switching around, kind of sometimes the system doesn't like it, but just for demonstration's sake. I think that this point already is very impressive. Yeah, frame generation would make the difference and bring you to 60 or even more frames per second. You could maybe go for a lower super sampling setting and so on. But yeah, this, oh man, this is, you have no idea. Like, look at this, even this due to the raindrops in the little puddle there, the reflection is also not that. If we turn this off again, you will see the difference, how blurry this here becomes in the puddle and so on. It doesn't look as crisp, you know what I mean? And you have these artifacts going on. These are sample problems, I assume, that the denoiser has trouble sampling this through. And this now with this new ray reconstruction feature, like look, the effects are gone, and you of course detail is lost in this. Currently have the burrito image, but so much detail suddenly stays in the image. Like, it's really nice. It's really hard to see and strange looking at puddles and stuff, but yeah, that's pretty impressive. Well, I can still call you Birchman though if you like. Okay, so this is one of the many features here we have. Can't wait to play it myself. Yeah, I can definitely see it. So what is next here on the thing? So we have mods, we have reflections, we have a more impressive image quality. Let me see if I press this button here. How do we go up and down? This is a camera angle. No, that's a bit unfortunate. My positioning is not perfect. I need to go a bit to the side. But yeah, you see, my character has a reflection in the ground. Even though the head, I think the head might now even be rendered because we are in the camera mode. How do I go up and down? Ah, this is how you go up and down. Every photo mode is different here. But yeah, you see that I have a reflection in the water. That is a mod, and it still works even with the new patch because it's just an ini file entry that is added basically to render this. Yeah, the hair I think is not rendered, but the head is actually rendered. So at least in photo mode this works. If we would end it now, unfortunately I can't do this differently, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You also see the lantern up there is rendered. If it would be screen space reflections, it would not be rendered because it's off screen. That's like the power of this particular feature. The frame rate's pretty low when we do this, and the game needs for a moment to get back on track, basically. Currently only 30 FPS. So I might also reduce the settings to just normal ray tracing on Ultra. Should do the trick as well. And get also visually stable at 60 FPS. We go to the main menu to get rid of all of this. Yeah, it's amazing how we, in a few years, we have gone from Quake RTX barely working on a 2080 to having a pass-trace Cyberpunk. Yeah, it's just absolutely insanity, I have to admit as well. Like, this impresses me so much. So now we do some stuff I want to show you in the game. So first of all, what did change, chat? First of all, when we load this save here, which I kind of prepared. So it's strange that we hear her saying that this is a different character. So this is now a fully leveled character. We are in Pacifica. And this car here is the Javelina. That is a car you can buy in the game. Kind of car bias spoiler. I've not bought all cars, but yeah, here the Javelina. And if we would go to our apartment, you would see that this car has a new feature that was not there before. Maybe I should have loaded the apartment to show this off. Let's load the apartment save really quick. We will see the loading screen quite a few times, so you have to bear with me. And yeah, in the apartment, that's also new. If you go into the internet, you find now the auto fixer. You get a little thing, and here it basically says, on the auto fixer net page, you will find all vehicles currently up for sale. You can access this net page from the computer in your apartment or from any other computer throughout Night City marked with this icon. A vehicle's picture may display an icon to indicate that it comes equipped with a built-in weapon. That is new. For a machine gun, it's this icon. For a missile launcher, that icon. As your street cred grows, so will the number of vehicles available to you on Autofix. I have, this is a max level character, he has also level 50 street cred, so everything should be available, kind of. And yeah, I don't want to spoil too much stuff here, but if we go to Thornton, what was the name? Quadra. And click on this, you see this icon here, and there's a little machine gun icon here. So this, the Javelina, has an actual thing. We already own it, we can't buy it. It's also a fantastic car, by the way. Yeah, there are many other cars, don't want to spoil here too much, but this car can be bought here. I'm not sure if you can still buy it. We could maybe check this out. This is, by the way, the point of no return quest, in case people wonder, where we track a different quest here. Oh, this is also new. New feature. You see, this is my quest marker. This was not possible before this patch. You can untrack quests. Marker's gone. You don't have a quest marker. You needed a mod to get rid of the quest marker. That is new. Pretty exciting. We maybe visit... I have not done this yet in my testing stream. Can't I track this, or is this just like a general thing? We probably can't track this mod because it has no specific location, I assume. Whatever. So, back to the save. So this car now has a machine gun. That was basically where we stopped talking for a moment. And that is pretty cool. Now I have to find the car again. Here it is. Yeah, little things makes the game a bit better. I would fully agree on that. I also hope the sound is okayish. So you have now this car here. We have new radio station. I think Impulse is new. But I don't know if I have the copyright music thing deactivated. This is the classical Javelina. If you now press Alt, you see laser pointers, and there are these things at the side. Now you can shoot. And it actually does quite a bit of damage. We can also reload with R. That's a little timer. And it seems like your car doesn't die that fast anymore. So that kind of works. Blow himself up. So yeah. If you know this area, where we are here will be docked down. We can't enter it, but this was changed up completely from last time. This place also looks different now a bit. They definitely changed a few things here and there. If we go out, you also see recon support, affiliation test. They forgot to change this. It should be barcast. Barcast. Let me just get rid of my weapons so they don't shoot at me. The barcast. Warning, security zone. You can't enter this. With mods we could maybe. Also my door is missing, which is not great. Can't seen better times, but it took some flack here. Let me go to a place where I know vehicles are there. Valentino is this one. Oh, that's the wrong side. Here, I'm looking for the afterlife. I hope the teleporter's in front of it. Don't want to spoil too much here. Just want to go to the parking of the afterlife. Could have also went to Lizzie's, I guess. Yeah, we're outside. And one of my favorite new features. Who's shooting at me? Dude, I'm shooting car tires. Stop interrupting me. You can shoot tires now. And this also has an impact on how the car behaves, and I can tell you this car is difficult to control now. It also makes a sound. Maybe I shut up for a moment. It's pretty cool. Of course we shoot other people's tires, not our own. This would be stupid, right? Yeah, that cars now have hit zones. Does this have a tank? Tankdeckel is the German word for it. Yes. This is also this is also now a hit zone. Like, let me see where it is. Here it is. If you hit it, it instantly explodes. Who's shooting at me exactly? Just some resident. Now we have the police. Of course, they don't like that we do stuff like that. Even though we were shot at. Vehicle combat. Here it says us as well. I mean,
all units, suspect has evaded patrol.
I hit this.
Resume search immediately.
Not sure why my doors are not closing. That is a new feat, I would call it. I haven't seen that one before. Well, it looks also slick without doors, so kind of fresh air. But yeah, now we have a star, and you now see like the system here is very similar to GTA. Okay, see the circles, and you have this mini game, avoid the circle, and then you lose it relatively fast.
All units instructed to return to patrol.
So that is the police system has more to offer than this. There we saw some artifacts from the ray tracing stuff, but you also hear that new this car sounds different. We can still go below other cars. That's cool. It also feels like the cars like now it says miles per hour, which is completely unrealistic, to be honest, speed-wise, but you can also shoot up a car if you aim. You can press F, you have to get the aiming you get with Alt. I can't shoot out of my thing, but I can shoot out of the side if the door is missing. Maybe that was kind of the way how it was possible. Though this car also... I think this car can't put down the side windows. With a mod you can do stuff like that. But that is basically what I want to show. This car previously had a maximum speed of 211. Now it's only 207. Yeah, 207 I think. I'm not sure if I can demonstrate this here somewhere. But believe me, I tested several cars that I own, and most of them... But by the way, this is also a new feature. We can take control of other cars, like you can quick hack them. And now I'm controlling the car. That is a fantastic, cool feature. You have to skill it though. Where I have skill it, it's very easy to skill. It's a fantastic feature. Like, that's so cool, in my opinion. If you can let go again. But that is, in my opinion, pretty nice. Oops. Ouch. Okay. So, as we can see, a lot of interesting features that this game has. It's like exploding GTA. Yeah. In Baldur's Gate 3, it's really visible how making your eye more intuitive, and lots of these ease of use things make overall game a lot better, even though you wouldn't notice the lack of these things normally. That might be true for a lot of things, I think. This feels very cyberpunky, I agree. You can also... No, if you hack this car, you could also say floor it. And then the car has to accelerate. Okay, that's an interesting bug. You know why it spawns here? Because the game still thinks the car's here, I think. You can... There's still some little glitches in the game that won't be completely gone. Or maybe the thing flew over, I'm not sure. It's kind of funny. So you can do all kinds of cool things with it. No, I want the car. Why is this car so incredibly difficult to hit? And take this car. Now it breaks and can't drive anymore.
What do you want from me?
So yeah, a lot of car fun that you can do. They have now hit zones, you can shoot with some of them, not all of them. The rocket launcher might only available for cars from the DLC, but I guess they already made hints at it in the game, so it's people are not surprised. Not all of Cyberpunk has changed. Yeah, that's true. Some stuff is still in it. So yeah, that is also a very cool new stuff. We have now a very long section in a moment upcoming, which is about weapons. Let me just see if I find anything. Oh yeah, there is one thing. Maybe I load this save game here. I hope the game doesn't crash, because this is from a heavy modded file. I know that some motorcycles are here. I'm not sure if it had to do with me having that my game was modded or not. Also, when you jump out of the car now, what happens is you fall flat on your often if it's still too fast. But here's some motorcycles. Let's take this one here. That's the Itsunade. Very cool looking motorcycle. Itsumade. That's the name, I think. And previously you did the tire rim lights on E. Now change this to V. So the tire lights are still in the game, different thing though. Oh. Excuse me. This menu feels a bit slower than it felt previously, I can also tell you that. Like, also the car calling menu feels a little bit more unresponsive, I feel. Maybe for some people it was like a little bit too responsive and they just slowed this down, put a little delay on it. It's completely functional, but it feels different than it felt before. If I have a lot of hours in Cyberpunk, so I definitely noticed a little difference there. Yeah, we always get... We should deactivate them. You can shoot now from the motorcycle. You can even... Let me just go to this. I can't show you that right because I don't have a katana available. Oh, frame rate is dying. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to show. I can maybe load the other game here again. There I have a katana available, so we could call a motorcycle, and I can show off the feature that you can use a katana from your motorcycle. That's also new in the game. Let me get... Ouch. The classic one, the Akira reference. The Kusanagi. Excuse me, sir. Okay, this place is not a good place to call a mood. I have to go pretty fast somewhere else. Interesting, the car's not repaired, so we saved the damage for the car. Here would have been a good way to leave the thing, or we just do it here. Like, the game is too vertical, sometimes it has difficulties to call the motorcycle. Just have to buy a new run, it seems. Oh, here it is. Well, let me just get a melee weapon equipped really quick. Could be a iconic katana. Maybe it's also only in the thing. Yeah, here it is. I'm not sure if I find any person here in this. It might be a bit difficult to hit somebody with it. What are we have blue tires?
All units in the area. Suspicious activity reported in city center.
10-4 dispatch. We're en route.
Good shot. But you see, you can do.
Don't make me mad.
Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
Oh yeah, that works. You can of course also switch to a weapon and shoot from it. You can also shoot to the front. What are you doing there, mister? Switch weapons is possible. So you can switch to the pistol, submachine guns, and on a motorcycle even other stuff. The police people now have a new motorcycle. This was a police officer on a motorcycle. You also, at a certain, if you have a certain amount of stars, you also might see. Let me just maybe activate Tana again to some more. We have 2 stars. We also have police cars. This was not in the game before, that a police car is actually following you, shooting at you. That is completely new now in the game. So also pretty cool. Let me just, maybe for the stuff, let's turn this down a notch so we get a consistent frame rate here.
All available units. Emergency backup requested in Haywood.
Day like any other. Roger, dispatch.
And they shoot out of the car. You can also heal on the motorcycle. You see they are very... might even die here. If I would not find other means of escaping. What is... Maybe I can show this if I survive. I can't show it here. It's a bit unfortunate. But if we would find gang people, the gang people would even potentially start shooting at the police, which I also find very cool. Problem is, currently I'm lacking a bit of gang people.
Suspect has disappeared. All units on site, continue searching the area.
This area is not ideal to lure people.
Suspect vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
Are there no Valentinos here around? Like, they do so much damage, and I have very little armor on this character. Unfortunately, but believe me, it kind of works. Let me see if I can... Yeah, I think I have an idea how we could demonstrate this. Here we have more options of police stuff going on. Also, in an actual car, you're a bit much safer than in a car. Yeah, the med packs now, that's also a change you have maybe seen. I have now, when it comes to packs, like 1 use, 2 use, 3 uses, and now the users have to charge. Let's see, find some people here. These are gang people, but that's good. But let's say I would start.
You want trouble?
Any available units?
Interior and Pacifica, so the police will need longer to actually appear here.
You there?
Not again. Suspect's vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
Let's see. See, now the gang people are shooting at the police. Okay, luckily I could show this off, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Because they don't like the police, it turns out.
Suspect has disappeared. All units on site continue searching the area.
I'm not sure if the car vehicle is destroyed. It's destroyed. The police officers also have a new police vehicle here. And now we are gone. There's nobody here. Police presence is very low here. Let me just see. I made a save game with a new motorcycle somewhere. Just have to see it. Didn't I make a hard save chat? So much about preparation. I assume it's this one here. I could be wrong though. Let's hope it's the right save. Here it is. This is a police vehicle. Something of the save didn't load. Property of the NCPD. No unauthorized use. It's an Apollo. And yeah, here I stole one with the other character, also here in this particular area. It has no tire rim thing, it seems. but you can turn off the lights of it with V. And in this area always there's some action, but yeah, this is a new police motorcycle, the end of the Night City police department. We could also the other entrance to Dogtown. This is one.
First, I'll take your eye.
Somewhere down here should be another entrance. Maybe not. No, here's no entrance, it seems. Here we have like the gangs arrive, and then there's like like people start shooting at each other. So this was much rarer in the original release. I have to admit. So the city definitely feels a little bit more alive through stuff like that. People. Voodoo boys, okay. But yeah, here behind, in this direction here, this is all Dogtown. It sounds a bit strange at certain points when you speed up with the motorcycle. However, if you go into a tunnel like this, the sound gets really cool. Hope you can hear it on stream. Maybe it's a bit loud, the in-game, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. Maybe turn the in-game a bit off. Yeah, so that is gone. And crafting. And now we maybe come a bit to the more... Oh, here's just a gang fight just randomly happening. Like, that's what they mean with like a random event that can basically happen. And I could, for example, one of the cars, maybe the front car, if I can catch up again. Fortunate police motorcycles not that fast. Oh, I don't have the skill unlocked. Now we have to skill it really quick, chat. I didn't do anything. It's intelligence, skill point, vehicle quick hacks. I don't have it on this character yet. Unfortunately, I don't have enough stuff to use this. A bit unfortunate. That would work better on the other character. Who are these people even? Oh, the voodoo boys. Scavs. And yeah, you can just encounter stuff like this in the world now, which I find is kind of what the game really... Now we punctured one of the tires of the others. Like, cool stuff like this can definitely happen. The UI is upgraded. You also see this thing that's still driving, shooting. Oh, but misses its shot. God, I'm an idiot. Might lose it. Uh-oh, we blew it now up. I have to kind of escape the NCPD again. But yeah, you definitely have now cool encounters that can happen on the way in the city, and that's definitely make it feel more alive. Like this, like the vehicle combat stuff, I think they really did a fantastic job. Like it adds so much. I'm not sure if I potentially can't show you max tech stuff because I haven't. There was no police here even around. Max tech stuff is potentially kind of difficult to get to. Fighting those guys, and I don't have a good. Oh, here's a police car. Classic Cyberpunk bug. Nobody drives it. No, I'm stuck here. Come on. Okay, we got this here. But yeah, so far pretty fantastic what you can do in the game. I like it a lot as a result, and it's, in my opinion, it just adds quite a lot to how the city feels. Like this is exactly what the game kind of needed. I guess it still doesn't make the game perfect and so on, but it definitely fits better to the atmosphere of Night City, and like Birchman said in chat, makes the city feel more alive, and that was, in my opinion, a very important change to the game that should have been there earlier. Let me just think what we do next. So this update is very huge. No system in the game was unchanged. So I already saw that grenades, even though I didn't show this really, but grenades also, and your skill stuff, everything is now like here also. El Capitan is now selling the cars to you and so on, like it's his stuff. The car stealing missions, unfortunately, are not in this. They are only in Phantom in the expansion / DLC. I don't remember this dialogue here with Johnny. It always feels like it is new as well. I don't want to go into it because it's just spoilers with it, but you can sit down with him and do stuff. We still have to go to Vic, which we will do in a moment. However, if you have, like I have now here, a level 50 character, 50 is max level, on Phantom Liberty it will increase to 60. You have the problem that, due to significant changes in gameplay mechanics, your perks have been reset and your perk points have been refunded, allowing you to rebuild your character however you like. So we have all, like I have 68 perk points here, and one attribute point I haven't even spent. This is my old configuration. I can now click on attributes and put this back all to 3. And now I have 56 points to spend. I'm not sure if that's correct, or if it should be just 50. Yeah, that I often, unfortunately, suffer a bit with some audio glitches. If it's just very infrequent. I don't have AV1 codec because I don't have a 40 series card yet. Might be a reason to upgrade, but it's still NVENC. However, you have to now reset these trees. There's also skill progression, and you can see there is Headhunter, Netrunner, Shinobi, Solo, Engineer. And they are at certain levels, depending, I assume, on the, like, I assume the experience points for this accumulate. Previously, if you used certain abilities, you got these points, and then you also got these skill rewards. Pretty similar to this, this was now kind of reduced. Like Headhunter, Netrunner, Shinobi, Solo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 attributes and 5 of these skill progressions. I assume they are now counted together, and then you get some level calculated out of that, depending on what you did in the game. And then you get, like here, decreases visibility to enemies 10%. Headshot damage 10% against vulnerabilities. Additional perk point. And a weapon sway when crouched. Decreases and stuff like that. So you get different benefits from that. Goes up to 60. I'm not sure if that's currently reachable or not. Or is it just a Phantom Liberty thing? Who knows? That is new. And a lot of things just changed. Previously, like my jacket here had slots. And this had also armor. Now clothes have no armor anymore, no stats. It's just clothes. You could argue it's cool because now you can just dress however you want. But in my opinion, and now we come maybe a bit to things I haven't tested enough to really give you a sophisticated statement on this. However, they have redone this so much and removed certain things. You don't see the crafting option anymore. You craft ammunition, items, and so on anymore. Also, does Sirius, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hi, how is the game running with this 3080? Have you tried with path tracing with the new DLSS 3.5? Yeah, we just did it at the beginning of the game. At 1440p it runs, I would even say, a little bit better path tracing than it runs before. Currently, just because we did a lot of driving and I wanted the higher frame rate, where we can turn it on here. If you turn it on, there's a new feature called, and it works on all cards, reconstruction, and this just gives you much better path tracing results. Fortunately, yeah, we have this thing here, for example, there's a little puddle here, I'm not sure, wait, here's a better one maybe. Now here you see these characters, and you see the reflections in path tracing and ray tracing are always very, if you see this thing here. And if you turn on, for example, ray reconstruction, it becomes crisp. You see the detail is preserved much. This sign that's, I'm not even sure which sign it is. It's this sign over there. Maybe? I'm not sure which reflection this actually is, to be honest. Let me just... no, this sign up there, okay. You see how crisp it is if we look at this? Like if I now turn off on DLSS ray reconstruction off, you see it there, but it's much more blurry, and I think the quality here increased, like, it really impressed me. This is like DLSS 3.5 feature. If you want to activate this, you need to update your graphics card driver, so it looks amazing. Yeah, it's really, like, impressive. You can go back to the beginning of the stream. I show it a little bit, but it looks pretty fantastic. This is now with path tracing. Really see how it fixes, like, it's dark below this thing. I guess this area is bad to show off the path tracing capabilities because you are here a lot. The shadow isn't as dark here anymore. It's not fully correct with ray tracing, though it's only on medium yet right now. Can maybe put it to if you want. You see, it's not getting better, and path tracing just fixes it. It's just so fascinating. Like suddenly, stuff like this looks correct. Pretty awesome. Now I've activated it, but should be, yeah. It's really a big improvement. Like, definitely. It also, previously, a big problem in the game were, like, faces. Sometimes not correctly lit. Fortunately, I can't move the person here around. Yeah, here face is better lit than it was previously without this is without ray reconstruction.
What you playing at?
I think it might not see the big improvement, but previously you could see some artifacts going on characters, like this lighting situation is not ideal off, but it improved a bit. But I wanted to currently talk about the skill system. This is maybe something I find somewhat negative. So we talked about clothes. Previously I could craft mods for my jacket that, for example, would give me more armor. That is not possible anymore, because this is just clothes. Previously, clothes had not all of them. They also changed this. This also changed over time, but they had the slots and socket items into them, the so-called clothing mods, and this would give you like better crit chance, more armor, something like that, depending on where you would input it. And now this is completely gone. And like, I don't know, I'm not sure if that's... I can kind of understand it. It was previously an option you had and kind of part of how you build your character. And this is now gone. Same with that, for example, this weapon, I think in the original game had mods. Some of these, this is all iconic weapons, in case you wonder. Like, for example, you can at least have the attachment, you can put a silencer onto it if you would want. This is not an iconic weapon. You have 2 weapon mod slots, but the iconic weapons you can't modify anymore. The problem, I haven't tested it enough, but the problem is, the iconic weapon in of itself isn't good enough. They're not being able to mod it further could potentially lead to, if, let's say, some of the mods would be really, really good. But you see, I have none of them. I had all the weapon mods. They're all gone from my old character. I could feel that these weapons, these high-tier weapons that were legendary. Legendary doesn't exist anymore as rarity. Though if you sort only quality, you can see its rarity is gone. They was very good. It could be really strong. We maybe have to look later a bit further into this. I'm 100% sure what to think about this yet. But maybe the effects of the iconic stronger than therefore. I'm not sure. Like the Overwatch is gets it relatively early, I think. Not too much of a spoiler, I hope. Exactly. I remember crafting all Armadillo armor mods and being basically a tank the whole game. Is defensive mods now part of the new skill tree? So, like I said, clothing mods are gone. Where the defensive armor stuff comes now from here, this is the armor thing here. It comes from cyberware that you implement. And I played a character that... My idea of my character, my role-playing, if you want, was a character that doesn't use much cyberware. So for me, this is like the absolute worst-case scenario, because my complete build doesn't exist anymore in this game. That's a bit unfortunate, I feel. Some other people, like if you have a different build, for example, maybe a katana build, you might have more options now with these changes. But it's definitely because I removed quite a few things. It definitely leads to certain things, or to certain people that, like me, who feel like they got a little bit with these changes, or have to think a new system. Also, yeah, this is now the car hacker. Here you get the quick hacks. It's relatively easy to access, and I think that's pretty cool because it's a new feature. People want to try it. Usually I didn't play like a hacker character, so I would not put too much into it. There's no crafting anymore, so you can't craft armadillo mods or so. exist anymore. The whole idea of buying materials and stuff or extracting that from other weapons and so on is completely gone. There was one code in your inventory that had a green arrow. That's a good question. That's the Johnny Silverhand samurai jacket. I don't know why it's in my inventory. It's a copy though. Maybe it thinks it's better or something. Maybe it's like a leftover. Maybe it's heavier or it's lighter than the jacket. No, the jacket is lighter. No idea. This was previously, the arrow showed this weapon has 200 armor. This jacket has 210 armor. Like it had more armor. That was previously the symbol for it. Maybe for some jackets still have internally stats. They're not fully removed. That's why this UI element still shows up. Might be some left over though. Yeah, that's true. It's really a big departure, and the Cyberpunk cyberware stuff needs to be more fleshed out. We have to look, because the game at the beginning tells you go to a Ripper dock and get an upgrade. We have to look into this. But yeah, the rarity colors still exist. Unfortunately, I can't show you. Wait, am I not close to my apartment? I am. And by the way, the intro skip mod works, and your own reflection mod also works. So, current patch, because they have very little requirements. But yeah, see, for example, this was a rare weapon before. Now it's tier 4 plus. Tier 5, this is like a tier 5 plus weapon, also it's potentially the rarest tier you can get in the game. I haven't tried out the smart sniper. A lot to unpack still in this game. But yeah, now at the beginning, as said, you can reset, you get your attributes points back and you have to place them. So for example, I want to have this here. Because previously I also used a lot of tech weapons, like my tech sniper rifle, and it had the ability, it was in the previous tree, it was very expensive though, that the shots ignore armor. Now there's this bolt ability, that's this one here, and this can ignore armor. So I kind of like what they did to just put this into a thing. We have to put though 15 points at least to unlock this tree here. So now I can get bolt and, for example, get this thing here. And so on. And I definitely noticed going through all of this so far that, yeah, I don't know, for my build stuff, oh, excuse me, for my build stuff, definitely I'm lacking a bit in options. Like I had a classic headshot kind of headshot crit build, a bit focused on stealthing, so sneaking in from the side, get extra damage while in stealth and so on. This is, it feels like it's almost completely. Also the cold blood thing is completely gone. There's something, I think it's called adrenaline or something, it's, forgot where it is, in which tree. It's a, oh, there's dead eye and focus and so on. Maybe it's under body or something, I don't know. Yeah, adrenaline rush. In addition to the base effects, blood pump, cyberware, health, again, your adrenaline equal to max. Yeah, you get just health from it, not movement. No, it's not adrenaline then. I forgot what it was, but there's also a skill that gives you movement speed and so on and so forth. So there's all of that stuff. So they changed all the trees quite a bit. The tech tree has no crafting anymore in it. It's like there was the engineering subtree in this in this tech tree, and then you could just craft stuff and so on. So there's definitely that as a little problem. Also, now I'm just curious if my sound is how bad my sound is. Okay, seems normal. Not the big problem sound. It also had a silenced revolver with massive crits. It was so busted, pretty much insta-kills every enemy. Yeah, exactly. That was basically a similar build. Maybe we can switch for a moment to the old version of the game. I still have the old version of the game available. I just closed it, of course. I'm an idiot, chat. I'm sorry. But it's not a big problem. I just have to click 3 times longer. 2.0. Let me see, where should it be? Here somewhere. I quite like this overhaul, though I myself almost didn't use crafting. I used it a lot, so in that regard, I'm a bit sad that so much is different. It makes sense, like some parts definitely make sense when it comes to that. What's going on here? Careful, Chris. Okay, so this is now 1.63, that's the old version. It's kind of cool that we can switch between the versions so easily. I only have to load a save game at 1.63 and not the other way around. This now is also fully modded. Also, this screen is not loading anymore. Very strange. But yeah, it was basically like this. Oops, I did not hit. He's just moving. It is already nerfed quite a bit due to some changes in the... But he never knew what hit him. It was basically like that. So there's a huge difference now in the damage. Everyone's an idiot at times. Yeah, that's true. I guess. Yeah, pretty well, man. Oh, I can also fly here. That's kind of useful. But yeah, this is the old patch. You get like a lot of stuff. Now when I got in combat stuff, and I had to kind of switch to oh. I'm so used to this old version. Unfortunately, I have no backup of even older versions. That would be very interesting. I have potentially... But yeah, this is how it looked previously in this thing. And if you look at this thing, so you, for example, see here I have the armadillo mods in it. They give me extra armor and so on. Like previously, this jacket could hold, I think, 6 or 4 or even... I think it's 6 mods previously. They nerfed this down to just... There was an overhaul already at some point, so it's not as strong. And you could use many more mods and like that. How does it manage that we're 2 minutes behind on stream? I don't know. It happens, I guess. But yeah, for example, this weapon here, I could use 4 mods on the crash, the iconic weapon. I could use a silencer on it. You can't use a silencer on the crash anymore, which is very unfortunate. So you definitely lose some modifying options. Compare this to the old version of the game. Also, I had all these, like I had billions of these weapon mods and stuff. Like if I clicked on this, look at all the mods I have. They are completely gone now from the game. I have to find them again. Talking about an older version, you can play the 1.0 version of the game if you have it on disc on console. You don't update it. Would be insane to play that version alongside the 1.0. Definitely a possibility. I think there's some patch the game. I would assume. It's kind of unfortunate I didn't do a backup. I didn't make a backup of the original release version though. But yeah, a lot of like counter mass, for example, that eliminates horizontal recoil and stuff like this. There were a lot of interesting options you had for this mod stuff. And I can kind of understand that they removed this for clothes, but it also seems to be removed completely for all kinds of weapons. And yeah, for example, here in this tech tree, you had the whole engineering thing. I think you have the whole crafting, that's it's called. You had to craft legendary items, you needed something. It's kind of annoying that you need to, like this tree was, if you wanted to do crafting too powerful, you had to, no other option to go through this. But it was, in my opinion, kind of interesting. Like you have a 20% chance to craft an item for free. Stuff like this. And then you had all these crafting materials in your thing. And now your character is just completely different. Like the weapon mods nonsense I have here. What were the crafting items are though? I currently don't see them, but I'm also very bad at seeing this stuff. My inventory is just completely cluttered, so ignore it. I guess crafting, and then you see it. Yeah, you had these crafting components here where you could like craft. This thing is completely gone. Though there's now a new cyberware option. Upgrade weapons to make them kind of stat-wise better. You could see here that some of the other inventory stuff had armor and so on. So that's really a huge... Here, Stealth Runner is a mod, so that's a thing that's different. But it's kind of unfortunate. I kind of miss this aspect of the game because I put so much time into it to gather all these recipes and so on, and now it's completely for nothing. That feels a bit unfortunate in my opinion that that is the case. But let's switch back to 2.0. Just give me a moment to bring everything back forth. I would like to see compare different versions. I guess you could just the captain's head, the old version. Oh, I have to press on play, else the game won't start. So yeah, it's a bit of a unfortunate place in this regard. Let me load a 2.0 save. I think here I already spent the sure though. Still wondering why this loading screen is coming. The other loading screens are not appearing. I'm already through the game, which feels. Let me see if I have a save somewhere where I already put points. Yeah, here we already put in the points to get to some kind. I still have points left. I have 8 attribute points and 27 perk points left. And it feels like I need to get more tanky because even though currently the game is still normal, I die insanely fast. Like if we would go, let's say we go to Pacifica really quick. Let's say we go to the Grand here. I know there are enemies. I die insanely fast against those. Unfortunately, searching. Oh, excuse me. The inventory is still not a thing. But you can. Oh, this menu they cleaned up quite a bit. I thought this you could maybe search, but it seems not to be the case. Unfortunate. Oh, the tarot cards. 2 are missing. What? That's maybe in Dogtown or something. Actually, can't believe that I would have missed 2. We have to go to the Ripper Dog. Yeah. Now we have the air dash. Left. Press the. Yeah, the tooltip is. But so, for example, I can now do this here. I have the air dash. Double jump. Cyberware can double jump in this game, but you can now double jump and dash forward as well. You can even put in that while at dashing you are you have a mitigation chance 100% of a very high percent, so you have a chance of halving the damage you receive here. This weapon I'm currently carrying here. This is the Crash. Let's get the Amnesty, or let's put in this weapon. Very curious what happens if we go with the silencer here on this one. Maybe some. Do you see I can't put a weapon mod on it, which is very unfortunate. So if I go with my silenced weapon, where are the? Here they are. Even though I put so many points already, it takes so long for them to die. How much damage I take. Because now I don't really have I don't have any armor in. I would need all the cyberware to get this. And now I can't heal anymore. I'm almost out of order already. The only thing I could maybe do is eat something really quick. Let's say eat a pizza. Oh, we can't do this in combat. I'll probably die here. Now we only have this here. There's stamina cost. I know I have only this one weapon mod. And I need a scope for it. Let's take the classic one. Of course, he moves the moment I press this button. I can't believe it. Only 1,300 damage on a headshot. Oh, that was also the wrong weapon. We could try the Overwatch really quick, because the Overwatch is silenced. Heavy weapon. Oh. Increased reload speed comes with a custom silencer. So in theory, we should not be hurt if we shoot somebody with it. It also has a bigger magazine. Oh, we're instant combat still. Well, you see my problem? And I thought, okay, I maybe play on very hard. But even on normal, it's pretty much the same. Like, you die just so fast. I only do 200 damage. Why? Like, I feel like I'm level 50, just the max level in the game. It feels like the potentially cyberware has a much bigger impact now. Dead. From like a guy with a pistol on a level 50 character. I'm not fully leveled though, but it's just quieter. Yeah, it was always like that. Like it never really worked. I hope they kind of would have fixed that. We could take Johnny Silverhand's gun. Always do this. Maybe this time I think of eating a pizza before we go into the fight. And drinking something. What could we drink? Not alcohol, but Nikola fire. We have more regeneration for stamina and so on. Why do I do so little damage? No chance. Like your day so fast on very hard. I hope that they would kind of fix that. You get maybe a bit more powerful. You've got. Let me just see. Did we spend the points? I think you got it. Yeah, we got 20 in reflex. We have not all the points spent yet, but I have not done much. Like I feel like you have to do. You have to put in stuff that you get more armor. I forgot though, because I don't know the stamina tree yet. Like mitigation and armor seems to be just so important to have Like especially this particular skill. Even though this is shotgun or so, I can't even get to 15, unfortunately. But yeah, it's definitely like it's definitely a huge problem to find these trees here. Deadeye is active to reload speed. There was also some weak spot stuff. I forgot where that was. Mitigation would definitely give you some survivability, though. What where that was, chat. Unfortunately. But yeah, you just die so fast that I noticed. Because I have very little armor. I would need to go to a Ripper dock and get some armor, maybe invest in some skills and get some additional armor as well. If I could just remember where the armor stuff was. Was not here. Maybe it was somewhere here. Recharge speed. This is usually for grenades. It might be very powerful if we get a lot of recharges back. Yeah, here for example, I could just get this and just get 40 armor. Unlocks new cyberware slot for the skeleton. And here we get just unlock some additional stuff, and then you suddenly see more tanky, I assume. Yeah, we need some more looking into it for sure. But currently it feels very, very different from the original game. So we could go down from hard to maybe normal or something. Let me make a hard save here. I think it didn't save my points spent here. It can be purchased in installment for dock clinics. Perks required to use it properly. Cellular adapter. So that is. "25% crafting components from looting." I assume just for cyberware. Yeah, I think starting from the beginning might be a very, very helpful in direct comparison. What weapons would be good? Okay, this I would like to keep. The Archangel is usually pretty good. So yeah, but you see definitely a huge difference in. I mean, I always died fast. all melee? That didn't help me at all. Some animals left here? Nope. So this weapon just, yeah, kills much faster in comparison. If I hit the headshots though, that is, but... This is now on normal, so we definitely see a difference. Plus 40 damage more. Oh, they're just lower level enemies, I'm not sure. Nah, it feels very different now on normal. So it might be just that it wasn't very hard. The problem is if close only are close and have no stats, why do they exist in different rarities? That makes no sense. I forgot to switch the difficulty setting, chat. Oh, on the inventory screen you got a crafting tab button. Okay, maybe there is still a crafting, but it was previously on the K button. I assume you can still craft... Ah, okay. And I was wrong, chat. Sorry, thank you for the hint. So, there are crafting components and you can upgrade stuff. Okay, I didn't know that. But why is it now hidden? Why is it not a point here anymore? Why did they change that? That makes very little sense, I have to admit. Now, of course, we saved here. At least you can upgrade your weapons then, and there's still crafting components. Because it made very little sense that it says, well, you can get more crafting components when there's no crafting anymore. But they just removed it. I was almost shocked. So if we go to the inventory, to the menu, crank this here up to very hard again. It could be quite a game changer. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Wow. Gravity kills. Yeah, that is a huge difference. Oh. You see the difference in damage here? I need to go to bed. Yeah. I also need to go to bed if I'm completely honest. But it's very, very interesting. Did we have the additional armor here? What is the character? See, no. Character. Tech ability. Yeah, we have the additional armor already. Wrong button. Difficulty is now very hard. Very hard is. Turns out very hard is really tough. Who would have thought? Now you see that my revolver don't do the same impact anymore, even though it feels like I already got every revolver. Like this thing kind of works, because it's still high damage. Empty. Now, previously we could heal as much as we want. Now this is much, much more difficult. Wow, insta-death. But yeah, you see the difference in difficulty. So normal, we did not die in like 3 hits. That did not change here on this difficulty. Let me just see. Isn't here the location, the teleporter here really quick? Let's go to the cyberware person and check the cyberware really quick. Because this is also like, I had not the time really to test the stuff. We could also see like we have this thing now, the breakthrough, the crash. Do I have to upgrade it now a lot? Like let's say I want to upgrade. Let's say breakthrough, where's the other one? Okay, I can upgrade this here. Can upgrade this exactly 1 time. Strange. Do we get the food buff upgrade? Is it saved? Well, let's go to Vic really quick. That rhymed, was by accident, I promise. It's up there. I think the other fast travel point though. I think that is Vic, right? Oh, that we haven't checked yet. And it's kind of interesting to see. Let's check Vic. Implants. I want to change my appearance. Yeah, so you can still change the appearance at the Ripper Doc. They added this at some point. We can change our haircut and so I have to be careful. I'm not sure if the nudity thing is on or not. Need to replace my implants. Face cyberware improves your vision and allows you to highlight environment. I actually want to buy and install this implant. Headshot multiplier, it gives us that's the amount of cyberware capacities, almost like the tutorial, right? With a smart link. I assume you have to do this one time to get really the stuff going. So this is armor. Doing the tutorial. Cellular adapter for each attribute point. Yes, you could definitely see slows time, for example. Like you definitely see like a lot of things here. Carrying capacity. Returns per attribute point. 2% melee damage. So on and so forth. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Drones and robots. Yeah, so a lot of interesting stuff you can do here. Arms currently, I assume they always give you some kind of armor. Okay, this doesn't give you armor, it seems. Function as a powerful heal item. Instantly restores X amount of health. You just place it here, something like that. So now we have 800 armor with oh, we even get up here. That's immersive Ripper Dog mod. Let us see, where's the next? It's relatively far away, to be fair. All the way up there, chat. Okay. So very curious what... I think we kind of doubled our armor so far with all these upgrades and stuff. So very curious how much damage we can now survive. Now the in-game is... Nobody said anything. Oh, sorry when this happened, chat. You have to tell me. Character... Oof. That didn't work too well, chat. That didn't work too well. Like, this guy just still eliminated me. In a very impressive way. It was, I guess, far less impressive by my side.
Damn it! And cut up.
Definitely works better with like weapons like these. Takes longer. Damage values are not that exaggerated, so kind of interesting. What can we do here? I can just craft an Ashura if I would want to. And now I would go into my inventory, check the weapons. I have a Ashura here, so that's still possible. I didn't completely press the button through. Unfortunately, the Ashura only has one shot.
You're fucked now. Мочи, суку! А, fuck the bitch! You know where you're hiding! Шевелитесь, придурки!
Don't touch me!
Бей бабло!
That doesn't go. Okay, I'm going to sleep. Looking forward to playing myself. Yeah, way too much fun if you get out. But it's good that you can at least have the recipe still and can craft your own weapon. So that I can confirm. You can't... I'm not sure if you can... Can you craft weapon modifications still? Some. Insufficient components. Okay, which components do we need though for that? Night or morning soon. Yeah, I also have to end the stream soon. But yeah, the building variety seems to be a bit lower. You can craft ammunition, which I guess I like. My question, of course, is what crafting stuff am I actually missing? There is a weapons store in this place as well. Let's go there really quick and see what mods the weapon store person is selling. And then we maybe call it a day. My biggest question though is what? What did I forgot? We did vehicle combat, which is cool. We did the police stuff. Okay, we didn't check out max tech. But you see how fast I down this difficulty. Not seeing max tech as really an option. Okay, so what stuff are they selling? Gambiter, smart weapon mod. Okay, so it seems like the weapon mods are also completely reworked. Magazine capacity, effective range, bullet spread, point. Fire rate. There's even a streak to it. So they made this also, the dismemberment chance. It seems like they also converts 25% to damage to thermal damage and gives 9% chance to apply burn. More range. Armor penetration. Okay, sounds not bad. The Achilles precision rifle. 100k it costs. It's very expensive for a rifle, in my opinion. Very interesting. So there is definitely more going on. It could be that weapons that are not iconic might be more interesting. I'm not sure. If the iconic weapon stuff basically makes up for it, the special properties of these weapons and the stats for not having these modding slots anymore, and some have modding slots like this one here, at least to some degree. Very interesting. But yeah, it's a pretty big update and there's more to explore. Might look a little bit further into it tomorrow. No, not might. Most likely we'll look further into it tomorrow. I'm very curious what people have to say and might think of it. It was just a lot of testing, trying stuff out, seeing what is going on and so on. I'm very happy that Birchman found or saw that there is a crafting button. You can still craft stuff, so that's pretty cool. We didn't collect 5 billion of these recipes for nothing, so that's cool. Even a conversion between the different crafting stuff, that's also cool. Question chat. Can I still buy crafting material here at the weapon shop? I don't see it, at least. So let's say I take the Ashura and sell. Can I still destroy it? Backpack. Weapon. Oh, we lost it already. Okay, let's just craft a weapon real quick. That's not iconic. Here it is. Yeah, can still hold Z. And then we get tier 5 item components. Here also the number is listed. That's good. I think, at least. So you can craft stuff. Okay, that's good. We can still search in the inventory for stuff, which is very unfortunate in my opinion. At least we have some filters, but we had them before in the previous game as well. So it's not that big of a difference here. Is there anything else I should consider also? I think there was something left I also wanted to mention. I forgot what it was. But we talked about the graphics. We talked about ray reconstruction, about the skill tree now, about vehicle combat, shooting vehicles, about where the new content might be. Not might be, but will be. For sure it will be there. And stuff like that. I guess the biggest problem for me personally will be getting used to this new setup here, to the new skills and so on. Like I said, I think the skills are, in my opinion, the biggest downside to the game. Because, yeah, I don't know. Since you have to also keep a certain order in which you skill this, it's not really okay at one point here and one point because I don't need this. I need the top skill I need. Like, there are no different ways to get that field. So you always need, like, to get the other stuff anyway. And so it feels like each tree is like it's built in each tree is already included, if that makes sense. You don't have to figure anything out or combine anything and any cool ability with each other so far. Maybe there are options like this, but you know what I mean, I hope. That this feels just too similar in many ways. So yeah. I have to end the stream now though, because I'm literally falling asleep while talking here. I really have struggled a bit keeping my eyes open. I have to admit, it was a really long day for me today. Simply because we played through the Resident Evil 4 DLC completely. And that took quite a bit of concentration and time. But yeah, it's an interesting DLC. This here is a part I want to look deeper, a little bit deeper next time or offline a little bit, maybe tell you what I found out. Experiment a little bit with it. Yeah, also we talked a bit about the world feels more alive and stuff. Is there the feature that would also be very important? Is there the feature of talking people, if that makes sense?
Could even collect the store. Yeah. Sure. Hey, come on.
Yeah, sometimes they talk to you.
Let me play. You can watch.
It burns like fire!
Okay. Is there any location we wanted to check? I don't know, chat. I think I just forgot everything. We really have to look deeper into the cyberpunk stuff. I think the cyberware stuff, that might be more complex. That's definitely become more complex. It also seems weapon mods have become more complex. So there are multiple abilities or bonuses you now can get from one and so on. That can be really powerful. My fear is a bit that it might be too powerful versus the iconic weapons, because then those are not that interesting anymore, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's potentially also a good idea to start with a fresh character and just grow into the whole system instead of a character that was created, designed and played on a whole different stat and skill system that doesn't exist anymore. So keep this yeah, definitely in mind when I complain a little. Complain's the wrong word, but just see certain things happening here. The cat has now multiple positions that I think is also. Is there anything else we forgot, chat? I always forgot. I have to relook into the list of things that I knew. But so far, it's a very promising thing. I like that they reward a lot of the UI elements, the ray tracing with ray construction. That's just so impressive. So yeah, definitely looks like a huge improvement. Let me just say, I hope you enjoyed the stream. If so, maybe press the like button and so on. I maybe make a dedicated video where my thoughts are maybe a bit more order and more focused, more compressed. So I have to look into that. If you want to see the playthrough of the Ada, maybe check the Games channel. There of separate ways, the Resident Evil 4 DLC that we also completed today. It's already completely there, but haven't uploaded it yet. It's just on Twitch. So I have to do this as well. However, I would say thank you for watching and see people next time. Bye.